honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, the man. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They're on attack when they tackle like damaging. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Just shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big jobs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed be emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky.
Coach, we're about 15 miles or so west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in the Arizona suburb of Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, 58, right there. And let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here.
On first down, it's Norris. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27th, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
Right here. Man left. You got three down. Hey, Alabama.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Regular.
On second down, Michel. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big. Game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Brady going to throw. And able to find Graham, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Check. Lucky.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Brady to Michelle on the screen.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
And the result here, the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
It's 3rd down and 13.
Wait, 20. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. Hey, 60 check.
Here's Brady to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
19.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Norris, and he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
I got it. Watch that in. Watch that in.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
Check, 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 check.
25.
On 2nd down and 4. Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 80 weapons.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Wait, that. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Man, I got you.
2nd and 5 now. Brady steps away to his left. That is incomplete.
And my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Brady gives to Michel, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the ground, Michel. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Here we go. Hey, Foxtrot. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Ozzy.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3. 3rd and 18.
Mike 5-4. Mike
53, lead now. 5-4. Check.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
I'm here all day.
Shotgun now for Brady. That one caught by Gibson. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
14.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now it's Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
somewhere else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Go Bandit!
Brady now on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Sugar! 49 the mic, watch for it. Hey, exit. Watch the slant. 49 the mic, 49 the mic. 72. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man is Kirk, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
49 the mic. All day, punt. 49. Guys, Mike, 49. 72.
Operating from the gun, Brady, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Five. 54 is Mike. 72.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This fielded at the 2. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Play action. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
The throw complete here to Williams. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
What? 380. Strip the ball. Strip the ball.
On second down, here's Penny. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a three-point game. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shadow.
Again, it's Michelle. They follow up the first down 1 yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 52. Hey, check it. Easy. Hey, ball 66.
On third down, Brady. And he finds Jimmy Graham. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Brady now going to leave it with Michelle on the draw. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
50. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Smith. On the army. Hey, watch that. Check Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Cardinals first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Watch 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Sugar.
Now Brady. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Norris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Penny, the 1st down carry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Norris.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They go play action now. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Wilson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Leonard Williams, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Brady now to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Brady going to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Brady's throw there complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. It's complete to Lockett. And they work this out past the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. Gonzalez's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get